Well, howdy y'all, Andy Redneck here. It's the 3rd of August 2021. It's about 7, maybe a little later at night. It's down right around 80 degrees finally. As you can hear, I got some cicadas hollering. Yeah, they're noisy. But something I needed to, or felt like I should address, is sexing our domestic quail, also known as Cotornix japonica. These are cute little quail. As you can see, we got some in this pen. This pen actually happens to be my jumbo line. They're JMF jumbos, and we're going to use these guys to learn how to sex our quail, for the simple fact that I needed to change out a couple of leg tags on some younger girls. So it's a good opportunity to get in here and get that done, as well as show you the difference between a boy and a girl. Now this one right up here, she's one of my older girls. And the easiest way to tell she's one of my older girls right now is she's got a bald head where she has been bred. That's where the boys grab onto the feathers and hang on for dear life. Another way to tell that she's one of my older jumbos is my original jumbos have no leg bands on the girls. Now the older boys have black leg bands to identify them, but since these were the originals, I didn't go ahead and identify them. Now we're going to start with this girl here, and we're going to carefully flip her over, but not flip her over. We're going to hold her upright like this instead of flipping her over, and we're going to come back here and look, and well, she has actually prolapsed herself, so we're going to get another one. She probably just did this because she got stressed, so we'll grab another one and try with them. Okay, so we got another older girl. Again, you can tell by the head and the legs here. She's one of my older girls. Again, we're going to grab her gently and hold her up this way. And as you can, if you can see, she did not prolapse herself. And she does not have a bump on the back. And it'll be back here that you can push to get foam. It'll be back here that you can push to get foam out of. So now we'll grab a boy, maybe. Alright, this here's a boy. You can tell in part because he's not bald. He has no speckles on his chest, and I've already vent sexed him. He's one of my older boys. He's got a black band on him. But what we're going to do is we're going to vent sex him right quick and have us a look. You can see we're holding him up, not down, up. And if you look, you'll see he's got back here behind the vent is the bubble. You know, it's actually behind the vent here where is a bubble you'll push to get them to foam. And the foam let's see if I can get him to foam. Well, y'all know what foam looks like. When you express the gland back there, males will sometimes foam, sometimes they won't. And it all depends on, in part, whether or not he has what we call recently done his business, or more matter-of-factly, whether or not he has exhausted his resources for the time being. You really need to learn to look for the bulge, not just the foam. On the females, you can, when you pick them up, they may start to express their cloacas. They actually invert their cloacas inside out. It may look like a prolapse, but they actually turn it inside out for mating. So when you pick one up, she may express her cloaca in such a way that it looks like a prolapse. But if she's recently been mated, when she expresses her cloaca a little bit, she may actually produce foam from having been mated. So you really need to check your quail multiple times throughout a week. You know, you start and you separate them out, and then you go and go back through the ones you've separated and look again to see if there's any changes. Because sometimes you get a male in with your females, sometimes you get a female in with your males, and that's mainly due to not knowing how to identify the gland instead of the foam. Anyway, this here's been a handy redneck. I'll talk to y'all again later.